January 1 regardless, correct?
And then for those open positions, that's when the parties. Doesn't
Some of
that
those,
revert-
some of them are holdovers. And some of those the party would have to replace if the holdover does not want to retain the position.
Okay. So I was pretty sure that's the way it worked.
Yep.
Okay. I will make a motion that we approve this resolution.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then the second resolution is pretty much identical to what we did in the primary. We just limited the number of days and hours that we would be open for the early
Okay.
voting. We're actually open longer than state mandate only requires us to be open 7 business days prior to the election. I think we're open 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
But I do have the dates, and it's the same. You have to have one. If you're a vote center, you have to have another location other than here, which I just kept Camden for obvious reasons.
Sharon, what are the times that you have that allocated for?
Yeah, it's.
Can you see that?
No, I can't.
It'll be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 to 3. And then the 2 Saturdays will be 8 to noon in Camden and 8 to 1 in the museum.
Oh, thank you.
So while you're on that, what dates does the Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday start? Do them.
It will start on October 16th.
Okay. And okay.
And then
the
it's
2
every-
Saturdays prior to the.
Yes.
Thank you. I thought I may as well get that in there.
And I'll send you copies of all of this as well.
You know what happens when you send me a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some cat must eat them because I can't find them ever. But thank you.
Comment?
A comment, yes.
Just some things I've noticed and actually heard on those times is the fact that there's so many people that work out of town or working till 5 o'clock or out of town that when those are open, it doesn't give people, I mean, they're either out of town or out of work, and those times are kind of inconvenient, so, and I know anything after 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock may not be convenient for workers or for poll workers, but I just don't know how convenient it is.
That is why we have the Saturdays.
Yeah, I mean, the polling location here can only be open during courthouse hours, except the 2 Saturdays prior. I mean, otherwise we would have, the election board or the municipalities would have to pay for a custodian to be here. And that's, I don't know how much per hour it is, but, you know, the weekly has never been anything other than 8 to 5. We just shortened it because, I'll just tell you, in the primary, there were days that they were down there from 8 to 3 and they voted one person. And
Because people aren't around.
money wise, it cost, those were the days it was $140 some per voter. So I'm trying to keep it open enough days, but shorten it enough that we're not spending, because this all falls back on the municipalities. This doesn't fall back on us. I mean, Camden has to pay a certain percentage, City of Delphi has to pay a certain percentage, so I'm trying to keep their costs down as well. But that is why we do have those Saturday locations, to offset, because even if you work out of town, you probably have to be at work at 8, and you're not gonna get off till 5. And if we're only open 8 to 3, that's not gonna affect you anyway. You wouldn't be able to vote unless the board has a different thought process on that.
All right,
Need a motion?
any more discussion on this? I'll make a motion that we accept the resolution as presented.
No second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
I'll make sure everybody gets a copy of that as well if you're wanting that. The new election equipment for the voting pads are here. We've tested them. Everything looks good. But I would like for you guys, well, I would like for the board members to attend a training session so you can see how the new equipment works as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the party chairs also. I don't have anything scheduled yet. I don't know what time of the day or evening or whatever would be
Do you have
most
one
convenient.
handy that we can look at real quick?
No,
It's all downstairs.
yeah, they're all
Okay.
downstairs. It's very similar to what we have now, except it stays in the case. And the tablet turns towards the voter and then back towards the poll worker.
Now, this is not the same one that they had at the meeting in December though, right?
Are you talking at the election conference?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it is that
It
one.
is,
Okay,
yes.
I thought you'd said that.
It's not
equipment-
ES&S.
Oh,
We
I
do not
see.
have ES&S for the tablets. ES&S is still our main,
Okay.
but
So the equipment is the same that we looked at, it's just not from that company.
yes. Yes, the tablets now, the poll books are VR systems. So,
And was it because they were just cheaper?
they were cheaper and they were better quality.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, cheaper was the main draw. I mean,
Okay.
it was about $18,000 less to go with the ones that I got versus.
18,000.
Mhm.
Wow.
So I just went with the ones that are, and they're not cheaper. Don't
They're not
take it
cheap.
as cheap. They're just
Less
price-wise.
expensive.
yes, price wise. So I have all this. I don't know where they're. Oh, they're all up there. So I have the old tablets. Just I can get rid of them at some point, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. So we do still have them, but they are not going to be certified for us to use in this election. We are going to be using the VR system.
Okay.
But obviously all poll workers that are going to work will need to be trained because they are a little different. Not a whole lot, but they are enough different that everyone's going to be required to attend. I just didn't know if the board had any suggestions on if you wanted to do a group one to where we just maybe had 2 different times where you guys would come with the regular poll workers, or if you wanted to come independently to see.
With the regular poll workers, fine with me.
And I'm thinking an evening.
I was going to say, how about doing one evening and one daytime?
I mean, I'm open to any of,
And then they're able to come when they're time they want.
I mean, currently I don't have any poll workers scheduled because it's not time to have those in yet, so,
I hope
um,
my name's on the list. I hope my name's on the list.
okay.
There's a pretty long list I've got this time to contact.
So, I mean, the deadline's coming up, but it's not close. That's why I have not set that date yet. I kind of want to get the list and see, and, I mean, we're not going to have, for election day, we only need 10 poll workers. I'm not going to have what we had in the municipal primary because I think it was too many workers. So I think if we have, 5 at each location, that would be sufficient. The only other order of business that's not on there, the Democrat Party Chair, Mr. Strasser, has turned in a nominee for, to replace Sandy on the election board.
You can't be replaced.
So one,
He's just filling
so
in.
once George is actually sworn in, he will take over the duties.
Oh, he has been sworn in.
He has not been sworn in.
Oh, he has not been?
No.
Okay.
What's
So-
that last name?
George Price. So once he is sworn in, I have his oath of office. Once he can come in anytime. Anytime, once I
know
swear
where
him
he's
in.
at.
Yeah,
I mean, we just spoke last night at 9 o'clock.
yeah, so,
You lost your guy, Randy?
Hey, I won't be the
I'm
only
more
one late for
concerned
the
that I-
meetings.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah,
Oh. Maybe he's out mowing the grass.
maybe he went Republican on me, who knows?
So he's a smart guy.
Yeah, George it would be.
okay.
Okay.
I have nothing else.
You have anything, Sandy?
No.
So this may be farewell. You'll have to come and visit.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
All right. I would second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
I
Meeting adjourned.
told you it was gonna be short and sweet.
I think, and I've said this before, but the fastest meeting we ever had was 9 minutes.
Yeah,
That was only 16.
Yeah.
so-
Sharon, do you need one of these documents for his proxy as well too?
Is it Roger?
Yeah.
No. We already have one on file for Roger,
Okay.
so, nope.
That Roger.
Roger's so good.
He's a good guy.
He is. Sharon, what were the 3 municipalities that do not have contested races? I have Burlington, Yeoman, and I put down Camden, but I was screwing with this.
Flora.
Oh, Flora, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If I ask a question after the meeting is adjourned, I get yelled at.
That's because you're a member of
Oh, okay.
She's a member of the press, and she wants to make sure she gets it right.
Would you like,
try.
would you like hard copies of this? So like before you leave, just make you copies, or would you like me to email them?
I don't know what that is, but I don't need a hard copy. What is it?
The resolution.
The resolutions.
Oh, I don't even need a copy. I can explain it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty
with the
straight.
dates and times and all that, do you want that one?
I have Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 8 to 3, starting on the 16th.
Yep.
And then 2 Saturdays prior to the election, 8 to 12 in Camden, 8 to 1 downstairs.
Okay, and the only other
Hey, did you see
is
what
the
post that I
Monday,
made
November
apple butter
6th.
this
It's
year?
only 8 to noon, because that's the
So,
day before the
We've had
election.
those apple trees
And that's
out there,
here.
but
Yes.
never really got much
Okay.
off of them.
8 to
This year
noon.
they're just like,
I've heard.
Just-
I've
just
heard
on
that
November
trees
6th.
are full.
yeah. Well, matter of
Tina
fact,
Tyner said she had to prop hers up.
the tree out by the road, one of the top
Okay, that's
branches
good.
snapped off. It
And I
was
haven't
just
shut the
so low.
camera off yet, so it was,